认识什么是社工工会，那社工工会就是到底他们的到底工会是什么，到底工会目标在哪里这样子。那在这边就是也很感谢，就是台湾社会研究学会对于这次活动的赞助这样子。那接下来我要介绍一下我们今天与会的贵宾。那首先让我先介绍就是我们第一场演讲的讲者 Professor Donna Baines。然后还有就是Professor Sheila Naismith。还有Professor Tamara Daly。好，然后还有我们今天的就是翻译，还有贵宾王增勇老师。那接着下来我要介绍就是我们第二场的工会的伙伴。那首先我先介绍台北市社工工会的理事长后山，然后再来是桃园社工工会的理事长小陈，然后再来是还有就是我们从台中来的就是社工伙伴，在那里跟大家挥个手一下，台中对。好，然后我稍微讲一下我们今天的活动流程。那就是从2:10一直到3:10这一段，就是会有 Professor Donna Baines 为我们介绍，就是加拿大还有澳洲地区社工工会的一些概况这样子。那就是大概会有50分钟的演讲时间，那会有30分钟的演讲时间，然后20分钟时间会有王老师帮我们翻译。那最后的10分钟就是 Q&A 的时间这样子。那中场休息是从3:10到3:30，总共有20分钟。那再来就是第二场就是会从3:30开始，就是会由台北、桃园、高雄3个工会就是分别来分享，就是大家现在各地工会的现况这样。那大概会有各20分钟的时间。那最后30分钟就是会给大家进行交流跟互动这样子。好，那这边就是要提醒大家一下，就是说，因为我们这次的活动就是投影片的部分我们没有印纸本，那大家如果等一下就是有空的时候可以就是去我们这边都有贴那个 QR 码，那大家等一下可以直接用手机就是扫描，这样就可以拿到那个这次活动的 PPT 这样子。好，那现在就让我们先来掌声欢迎第一场的讲者 Professor Donna Baines。
在 Donna 演讲之前，我稍微跟大家介绍一下Professor Donna Baines。他现在是澳洲雪梨大学的社工教授。那他是个加拿大人，然后也是我多伦多大学博士班的同学。然后，所以今天坐在后面的 Sheila Naismith 是我们2位共同的指导老师。那所以有这么一个渊源在后面，但是我觉得这个东西也代表的是社工的精神，其实是一代传一代。有人在他的这个位置上面努力，所以他可以启发、改变下一个人的生命。那我觉得社工工会其实也就是这样子的一个精神。然后，虽然社工对于工会并不是那么的熟悉，但是其实工会对于社工来讲是一个很重要的社会机制，然后是一个促进我们大家能够团结。然后社工工会不只是为了我们自己的劳动条件，社工工会也是一个基层社工发声非常重要的管道，只是我们还不熟悉。所以我觉得今天邀请 Donna 来分享，其实让我们看看在其他的国家，社工是如何运用工会来为自己也为整个体系带来重要的改变。那 Donna 是在加拿大的时候，他就是专门研究劳工关系跟社会工作的双方合并的这个 学者，那他的先生也是加拿大这个工会最大的工会非常重要的经济学者，所以Donna对于工会的熟悉，跟他对于加拿大社会福利的发展，其实他非常的了解这个中间所有的这种公办民营这个过程，对于基层社工的这个挤压，那我想他来分享他今天要报告的这4个国家，到底那边的社工是怎么样面对这样的体制上的问题，他们做了哪些改变。那虽然我们台湾不会用完全一样的方法，但是我们至少可以知道，社工是有可能对于现有的体制有一些改变。我们不只是一个小小的社工，只要我们团结起来，其实我们可以是一个大社工。那所以我就简单的介绍来Donna他的背景。那我接下来就把这个接下来时间就交给Donna。那我们会他一面讲的就一面翻译，所以就不会说是他讲30分钟之后我再翻译20分钟。You talk and I will translate. Okay. 我们是不是掌声欢迎Donna？
Thank you very much. I'm very glad to be here, and I would like to bring you greetings from social work unionists that I work with in Canada, with the Canadian Union of Public Employees, and also with social workers that I work with who are unionized in Australia, which the union is called the Australian Services Union.
我非常高兴能够来到这边，我要代表我在加拿大一起工作的这个公部门工作人员工会，还有澳洲的这个社会服务工会，向大家问好。
In Canada, in the non-profit sector, unionization is growing. It's currently at 42% of social workers in the non-profit sector, and we expect it to expand as we go forward.
在加拿大，非营利的社工员呢，加入工会的比例有42%，而且在过去这几年一直在增加。
So as you start your life as a young union, it might be helpful to know that there's other places in the world where social workers have been unionized for decades and continue to have success in organizing.
对于你们这样子的一个很年轻的工会，我希望你们能够知道，在其他的国家，其实社工参加工会已经有非常大的历史，而且有非常多的成功经验。
Today I'm going to draw on some of the research that I've undertaken as a professor of social work with unionized social workers in 4 countries, namely Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and the United Kingdom.
我今天的演讲会用我过去所做的研究，针对参加工会的社工所进行的研究，来自于4个国家：加拿大、澳洲、英国，还有纽西兰。
So first I want to talk just a little bit about the context for practice, and then I'll give you some examples of union activism from one of the 4 countries, and also give you a little bit of theory, because professors always have to give theory.
今天我会跟大家介绍这4个国家简单的脉络，然后分别给大家一些例子，说这几个国家他们的工会做了些什么事情，然后顺便呢也跟大家介绍一些理论，因为呢教授不讲理论好像不太像教授一样。
So I know that we have differences between the countries that I'm speaking about and Taiwan, but we also have many similarities. Probably the biggest similarity is that everywhere that working people are oppressed, they organize and they try to make things better.
虽然每个国家都不一样，像台湾也跟这4个国家不一样，但是我们最大的相似点就是，当工人被压迫的时候，工人会想要团结起来反抗。
Other similarities that we have across all these countries, and including Taiwan, is the privatization of social work and social work agencies. heavy workloads, low wages, and most importantly, a desire for social justice.
另外一个很相似的地方呢，就是这一些国家的社会福利都有一个民营化的过程，然后在这个民营化的体系里面，社工都经验到非常高负荷，但是又低薪的状况。更重要的是，我们都渴望社会正义的这个来临。
So unionization in social work in the 4 countries I mentioned is characterized by a number of factors. And the first one is that social workers in all these countries feel that they have lost their voice on social issues and on issues affecting service users and affecting the community. So when social workers unionize, they're demanding a voice, not only on agency issues, but on larger social justice issues.
这4个国家的社工工会有以下的特征。第一个特征就是，他们发现，在过去的日子里面，社工在现有的体制里面已经没有了自己的声音，尤其是很多的政策对于使用者、对于社区，其实都有很大的影响。但是社工已经不再发声。
Secondly, when social workers unionize, they not only work with unions and the existing practices of unions, but often because of their focus on communities and social justice, they change unions in some ways. They push the boundaries of how unions do things, so to involve communities and social service users in union action.
另外一个特征就是，当社工成立工会之后，他也会跟其他的工会一起合作，甚至于也因为社工是跟社区工作，然后相信社会正义，社工工会它会反过来影响其他工会对于工会实践的方式跟运作的这个界限。
Thirdly, often because workers don't have a voice in their agency other than through unions, we often find that once an agency has more of a union presence, that practices in that workplace get better because the unionized employees can talk about what's going on in the agency, they can demand that employers listen to them, and they can bring their wisdom on how to best serve communities into the agency.
通常劳工是透过工会才有办法集体发声。他们发现，当一个社福机构里面的社工加入了工会之后呢，社工跟机构之间的对话会更顺畅。也因为有了工会，所以社工可以把他们在实务上面的智慧跟所学习到的东西，能够跟机构一起沟通，所以机构的这个整个绩效呢，反而会更好。
Fourthly, it probably won't surprise you that social workers challenge privatization. They oppose privatization, and they suggest better ways to do things when they unionize, and they also fight back against underfunding from the government, from foundations, from all sources.
第4点，你们可能不会太惊讶，就是社工工会呢，会很积极的去反对社会福利的私有化，还有去反对政府对于社会福利经费的紧缩。
Fifthly, I think we all know that social work is a majority female profession, and research shows us that women take longer to decide to join unions than men, but when they decide to join unions, they stick with them. They stick with their decision, even if it's difficult, even if they face challenges, so they stay in unions and they stay with them longer, which gives social work unions a good steady base to grow from and lots of energy and activism.
社工是一个女性居多的行业。然后对于一个女性要加入工会，她通常都会思考更久。但是，一旦她决定加入工会之后呢，女人会待得更久。所以这种坚韧呢，是社工工会它可以稳定成长一个非常重要的力量。
I want to talk about an example of union activism and organizing in New Zealand. I've just recently been at a big union conference in New Zealand, and it was very exciting, so I have to talk about it.
好，接下来我会给大家一个纽西兰社工工会的例子，因为我最近到纽西兰去开会，然后对于他们的工作呢，感觉到非常的兴奋。
In New Zealand, the social workers are facing a huge fight back against privatization. The government is very right-wing there and is trying to privatize all social services and to reduce funding drastically.
在纽西兰呢，他们最近经验到了一个右派的政府，他们要把所有的东西全部都私有化，而且呢，要大量的删减经费。
The government also introduced legislation that makes it harder for unions to go into workplaces to talk to workers.
他们甚至于通过立法，让工会呢不容易进入到机构里面去跟社工说话，或者是跟他们表达那个沟通意见。
So instead of give up, what the union did is they started an organization they call SWAN, which is the Social Work Action Network.
但是社工工会并没有因此而退缩，他们成立了另外一个组织，叫做 SWAN， 叫做社工的一个网络的一个组织。
This is from the website of SWAN in New Zealand, and the role of SWAN is to work with the union and to go into workplaces where the union is not allowed, and to talk to workers and to employers on the kinds of issues that workers are facing. So in some ways, SWAN can go places that the union can't and open doors for the union.
这是 SWAN 从他们的网站抓下来他们的这个 logo， 然后呢 ，SWAN 扮演一个角色，就是他跟工会合作，到职场上面去跟社工还有跟雇主谈论他们在工作上面遇到的问题，因为现在工会是禁止到工作职场上面去跟社工接触，所以 SWAN 因为它不是工会，所以它可以跟这个社工直接接触。
In order to join SWAN, people don't have to join the union, but most people join SWAN, and in short time they do join the union. And New Zealand is a small country. It's 3 million people, small country. But in 6 months, SWAN has gone from a membership of 0 to 800.
好，就是因为参加 SWAN 它很简单，但参加 SWAN 不是参加工会。但是参加 SWAN 不久的社工呢，很多人都会因为这样子而参加工会。纽西兰是一个很小的国家，总人口才300万，但是呢 ，SWAN 它成立了6个月不到，它的会员人数就从0成长到800人之多。
So SWAN, in addition to going into workplaces, organizes rallies, organizes meetings, works with service users and with communities to draw everyone together to talk about social work issues and social justice issues.
SWAN 呢，它会举办聚会，它会组织抗议，然后他们会跟这个服务的使用者，还有跟社区去谈论他们所面临的跟社会正义相关的问题。
So I think we could call SWAN a very successful social movement that has helped to build the union, and the union has helped to build a social movement.
所以我们可以说 ，SWAN 代表的一个是非常成功的社会运动的，非常成功的社会运动。然后它帮助工会成长，然后工会呢帮助这样子的一种社会正义的议题呢，能够被讨论跟被看见。
SWAN is an example of social unionism.
SWAN 它代表的是一个社会工会的例子。
So, in theory, this is your theory part.
这是我们的理论的部分。
We say there's 2 kinds of unions. There are business unions, which tend to focus very narrowly on issues in the workplace and on bargaining just with the employer to try to improve wages and conditions.
从理论上面来讲，工会有2种，一种工会呢，我们叫做企业工会。这样的工会呢，它只关注在职场上面跟雇主去谈论劳动条件的议题，透过谈判的过程。
This is in contrast to social unionism, where the idea is that unions represent not only the people who have membership in the union, but they represent the interests of the wider community as well.
相对于企业工会、社会工会主义，他们不只是代表工会成员，他们也代表的是更大的这个社区，还有服务使用者。
So SWAN and the union in New Zealand are very much a model of social unionism, where workers come to join the union because they feel they've lost a voice, they've lost a way to have values and ethics in their social work practice, and they want a place to get that back.
所以呢，工会跟 SWAN 在纽西兰就是一个社会工会主义的代表例子，因为呢，社工在他们的机构里面发现，他们失去了声音，他们没有办法跟雇主沟通，所以呢，然后在工作里面，他们觉得他们不断的失去了他们社工的价值，然后也让自己觉得违反了社工的伦理。然后在这些议题上面呢，他们透过工会来表达意见，但是也透过 SWAN 能够连接到更多的人。
So, in addition to being a place where social workers feel they can advocate for fairness and build new practices with each other of working in a more equal way, they also work on a whole variety of issues in the community. And I have a list there. I don't know whether you want to translate it or not.
好，所以呢，一个社会工会，它也提供了一个地方，让社工员可以为社会的公平还有平等一起努力。他们不只是谈职场上的问题，他们也会去谈很多不同的议题。那列在上面的这一些议题呢，会包括了像那个保留社会服务的方案，还有像对妇女的暴力议题、贫穷的问题，还有就是医疗健康的服务，还有原住民的议题，或者是移民，还有这个庇护所需要庇护所的这些人，还有同志议题，还有世界和平的问题、环境的问题，还有国际发展跟平等的问题。
So now I'll give you another example from the UK, where we also find another social work action network, as well as an initiative that the unionists call sector councils.
好，接下来的例子是从英国给大家的例子。那这个例子里面呢，是一个社会行动的网络，然后他们叫做sector 就是区域议会。
So, as many of you may have read, in the UK, they have introduced policies they call austerity. Austerity is all about neoliberalism, about cutting back funding to social agencies and to all kinds of services to citizens, and to just basically making sure that the market, the private market, can dominate everything.
大家可能知道英国呢，他们现在引进了一种政策，叫做 austerity， 意思就是说紧缩，财务紧缩。它是一个新自由主义的这种典型之作，所有的福利服务呢，全部都要被裁减跟紧缩，然后让市场来主导。
Social workers describe austerity as a policy of being told they have to do more with less, and of course they don't like this.
所以对于英国的社工来讲，财务紧缩政策对他们来讲代表的意思就是，我给你更少的钱，但是你要做更多的事情。
So SWAN is particularly active with service users. As service users lose their housing, they lose their income, they lose their services, and SWAN will go in and stand with the service users to demand that things change.
SWAN 就是我们刚刚讲这个 SWAN， 它是一个现在变成一个跨国组织，然后他们也到了英国去，所以在这种状况之下 ，SWAN 它会介入跟这一些因为财务缩减而失去了住宅或失去服务的这一些服务使用者，跟他们站在一起。
In Scotland, which is a slightly more progressive part of the UK, they've been successful at introducing what they call sector councils.
苏格兰是在英国比较进步的区域，那他们有引进一个制度叫做这个区域议会。
A sector council, in the case of social work, it focuses on a particular area of social work. In this case, usually non-profit social services, and they draw together the union, employers, and the government to set policies across the whole sector, to set wage levels across the whole sector, and to talk about how the sector should work.
Sector Council 对于社工来讲，他们让非营利组织的社工，还有工会、雇主跟政府三方一起坐下来去讨论，在这一个区域里面的社会福利到底应该怎么样推动，所以是一个组合主义的这种机制。
This is a model more like we might find in the Nordic countries, where government feels it has to sit down with the unions and get the employers to also come to the meeting and talk about how to keep this sector strong and to build the sector.
这样子的一种组织比较典型是在北欧这些国家里面，就政府觉得为了要推动社会福利，它需要跟工会、跟非营利组织的雇主，然后一起坐下来讨论怎么样让我们这个区域的社会福利能够更强壮。
I'm going to go on to an example from Canada now, where until recently I lived. I've been in Australia for just over a year, so I still find myself very tied to